Did you see it? Did you see it?
I was busy trying to share it.
Me too. Hold on. I'm going to watch it on the replay right now. We're a little bit behind on the phone.
Everyone is sharing. Sharing is caring. Everyone missed it because they were too busy. Hang on. I'll bring it up. The special announcement coming out today on the Detour show and on the live show. Dream Creators Travel is our new official sponsor of the Grand Circle.
Woohoo! We have a sponsor. That's crazy.
Yeah, we're official.
Yeah, we are official. Super cool.
Well, we don't want to say that it's too crazy though, because we want them to keep sponsoring us.
those people are insane. No.
Hi Jeff. Hi Mary. Katie.
We have some really, really exciting news with the sponsor, and they're going to be kicking it off with anybody that books with them. You go to dreamcreatorstravel.com, and there's a tab, a Grand Circle Tour tab on the website. So you click the tab, let them know that you heard about them through us, and you get a $25 gift card when you book with them.
Very nice.
Very cool. So that's for the month of February. So if you're on the fence about booking a trip, now is the time to do it. This is the place to go, dreamcreatorstravel.com, and you'll get a $25 gift card.
And just like I said on, I think Stan's show, just do it. We just went a few weeks ago and the crowd levels were fantastic, and good weather, especially if you have snow. And so, yeah, just do it.
Or stupid cold temperatures like we have here.
Exactly.
February is a great time to get away to anywhere warmer than here. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, definitely.
So who all do we have? We have Chris Crawford saying, hey, Mary.
Hello, Mary.
Sharing. Katie Bloomberg, hello, everybody. Mary was sharing. Jeff using my line, hey, gang. Officially sponsored. We got here Katie Bloomberg saying hi, Chris. I can't pronounce his last name. Someone has to help me here.
Elardi.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
And then I see we have Steve's on here, and Alicia, and Michael.
I don't see Michael.
It popped up on mine saying he was watching. He didn't say, he just.
Oh, yeah, no comments. So
okay.
Yeah. But we saw you sneak in, so we're going to acknowledge you.
Justin is the only person with the right answer for me on the match game. That was on the solo show.
That was on the solo show, and I have to say, I think I managed to not match with anyone at any question at any time.
I think you were the worst player on that team.
Hey,
you could not get anybody. Yeah, Michael's here, right?
I didn't match with the contestants. I didn't match with
anybody.
Stars, anyone. I was solely unique.
You were very unique. That's yes. You weren't the worst player. You were the most unique player. That's that's the way we'll put it. So we will have a fun game we want to play. We got extra time. The Tuesday night lineup is broken. We're not going to have Big Fat Panda doing his live show right after us. So we could go a little bit longer if it's okay with you guys.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, as long as we have something to talk about.
The Tuesday night lineup, we could put a big X through this one here because he's not coming on after.
Well, then he better be watching, right?
I would hope he's getting his internet fixed or something like that. He's getting new wires putting on.
He isn't watching.
Yeah. So, but he has.
Yeah, I just have to say, I got my second Panda pin in the mail.
I still didn't get mine.
I like the second one because I like the size of it. It's really cute.
I like the first one because that's Panda's logo. That's what.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's how I am. Oh, Jody's here. The unmatched game.
It was fun though.
Steve is saying, Justin, I did like your answer though for Tony's with the pictures on the other side of the numbers to the hospital. Justin had for the Tony's. One side was the prices, the other side was the hospital phone number.
Yeah, don't jinx that. I did that.
Yeah. The blue is amazing on the second one of the pins, the panda pins.
Oh yes.
Yeah. I wouldn't know because I didn't get mine yet. I think it's in Hong Kong or Shanghai or something like that right now.
It's somewhere. We don't know.
Is that still happening with the mail?
Probably. You need the panda pins 2 times. It's kind of like the vaccine.
Oh my gosh. I wonder how many sets he's going to have.
How many what?
How many
sets?
series he's going to have.
Oh, yeah. We have to get the panda smells one, and we have to get the panda crocheting one, and
Sophia.
the panda visiting Grand Circle Tour one, and panda with his mitts. You have to get oh my God. One of those.
I do have to say, I love some of his embroidery for his towels and napkins and such. I love some of what he's doing there.
Yeah, it's nice. And his cat.
And his cat?
Yes, that his huge cat that he
Maine Coon, yeah.
sits in there in the embroidery room and watches him embroider.
You should probably concentrate on driving
yeah,
instead of
Jeff.
commenting for a while.
Okay, Jeff, we really do not want to be responsible for any of our listeners' deaths. So
Right.
please stop commenting while driving.
Yes, just wait till you get parked, please.
Yeah. Now the weather's being delayed because of the weather in the Northeast. Yeah, they have an excuse every week. It's a new excuse, eh?
hmm
Jeff driving? Oh, Jeff. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Jeff, don't do that.
So we're teasing him about it.
So Holly, you went to downtown Disney in California yesterday,
Yes.
and it was busy?
It was insane. I thought, okay, well, I'll go. So my discount, the 30% off for Kiss You Goodbye, is good for Monday through Thursday. So I figured, okay, well, I'll go ahead and go Monday because I don't know. I figured that would be the least busiest. But now that they opened up the dining again and you can eat and the food carts and everything are opened, I don't know that there's a good time to go now. So yes, it was insane, especially with the lines and the social distancing. Like it took up a whole parking lot of the zigzagging through the lines. And then, so when we went to park, I already knew it was going to be bad because there was a line just to even get in the parking lot. And then when we went to pay, because you have to, they make you pay to go shop and eat. So when we went to pay,
charge for shopping at downtown Disney now?
They charge for parking. Yes.
Oh, okay.
I think it's kind of crazy that they charge for parking because you're only going there to spend money. It's not like there's entertainment, So they warned us though before I paid for parking that it's about an hour wait. Are you okay with it? Well, I have to be. I just drove over an hour to get here. So what am I going to do? Oh no, go back home. So yeah, it was really busy. But it was nice because everything was open again.
I just want to say, Mary, they charge for parking because downtown Disney, Disneyland, and Disney California Adventure are this close to each other.
Yeah.
So if they didn't charge for parking, people would just park at downtown Disney and walk to Disneyland. So they have to.
Right. But they were charging for a while during this pandemic when they were only open for shopping and eating. And then all of a sudden they started charging again. So, I mean, it was still a nice day. Just me and my oldest daughter went, but it was very busy. Lines for everything.
And they're converting the Rainforest Cafe to a Star Wars store. That's going to be a huge store.
It is. And the line already for the other, that was the Wonder.
It's not open yet.
But the other that they changed, the Wonder Gallery, they changed it over just to a makeshift Star Wars store. And the line, there's always a line for that store. So I can't imagine the new Star Wars location, how long the lines are going to be. It's crazy. I was able to get the best churro ever. The Fluffer Nutter churro is so amazing. That's what I was so sad last time we went there and they didn't have it. So that is the best
Fluffer Nutter churro. Peanut butter?
It's a regular churro, but then they put peanut butter on it and then marshmallow cream and little teeny tiny chocolate chips. So it's really good.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, yeah. Did you get a picture?
I did. I posted it.
Oh, I didn't. I don't know. I'm not on Facebook. I'm not spending
Work
my
all
time.
day. I haven't been on Facebook.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
I wonder.
Who hijacked our
I'm not sure, but it's
page?
either
one of our co-hosts. has
one of our co-hosts.
and it's us.
Yeah, I don't think it's George because George is at work.
Right.
It could be Chris.
I'm gonna say Chris.
I'm thinking it's Chris.
Because she was available at this time, I think, but she wasn't going to be on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think Dan was available. Mary wants you to send her one of those nutter flutter butter.
Flutter butter.
Yeah.
Fluffer nutter butter thingy.
Yeah.
Hollywood. I didn't see the picture when it was posted. No, Steve didn't see the picture either.
Oh, Steve.
I haven't heard from Ken all day.
Oh, I know.
I messaged him first thing this morning when I woke up, just kind of, wishing him all the best, and I'd be thinking of him, and I haven't heard back. So for those of you that don't know, Ken's going in for, or had probably gone in already for heart surgery. Hopefully we'll hear from him soon.
Now, do you have contact with his sister at all?
No.
And I would assume that that's a pretty lengthy surgery. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming it can be,
yeah.
No, I haven't heard from Ken. I don't really have contact with his sister. I should have really got that before he went. I mean, the store does. Ken and I work together. For those of you that don't know, voiceover guy Ken, who does the intros and outros for Grand Circle Tour and the solo show. No, Jeff, no word from Ken.
We'll have one of us will Stan can post, or if he tells us, we'll post and let everybody know as soon as we hear something. So
Justin, anything new with you?
The biggest news in my neck of the woods, of course, is I'm going to Disney. I'm so excited.
I know. You're
Disney World. I'm going to be.
What's your countdown now? It's pretty small.
Seconds. So what does that make?
What do you say? 8 seconds?
20 seconds.
You're leaving in 20 seconds.
I'm gone. I'm already there.
Yeah, he's leaving right now. His luggage is right next to him.
There's a giant Justin-shaped hole in the wall as I'm leaving.
Yeah, she has a blue screen of his house behind him, and it's on his shoulder. And he's sitting on the plane. He's walking through the airport right now.
Like what, 12, 13 days from now?
Oh, nice.
And then I'm 5 days behind you. So
you're like, what, the 28th or 27th?
27th,
27th it was, yeah.
Okay. Well, we got a game today. This is going to be a fun game. I'm looking forward to this. We played this, Justin, Mindy, and I played this on the Grand Circle Tour podcast show. And I enjoyed it so much, I thought we could bring it to the live show. Unfortunately, Mindy wasn't able to join us, but that's okay. We doesn't matter who's here. But we're going to do a little bit differently. We're going to have it's going to be just short ones, one sentence long. And we don't even know who's lying and who's telling the truth amongst us. And the people in the chat won't know who's lying and who's telling the truth. We're going to play 4 rounds. So each one of us will tell a sentence story. And the people in the chat guess who is telling the truth. And the other 2 would be fudging, lying, acting, whatever you want to call it.
So each time one of us is telling the truth, the other 2 are lying.
Yes.
And everyone has to guess which is which.
Who is telling the truth? Right.
Who is telling the truth?
Okay, so I'll go first.
We'll start with Stan.
With my story, and then Justin, and then Holly. We'll do ladies last on this for round 1.
I've got my story and I'm stuck with it. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay, so is everybody in the chat ready and everybody listening? Okay, which one of us is going to be telling the truth? You got to listen to the 3 stories. Okay, so in Disneyland, this doesn't work in Disney World, only in Disneyland. Okay. If you want a faster teacup that will spin around faster, pick one with the purple or orange diamonds painted on them because they are modified to spin faster than the other teacups.
You know what I just thought about? We didn't discuss these with each other. I hope we don't have any duplicates.
We probably won't. What are the odds? What are the odds?
Hey, I'm weird enough. I'm guessing none of mine are going to overlap.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that he's going to be
If
unique.
you don't believe that, go back and listen to Stan's match game show.
Okay, Justin. What is your
All right, so this is my story, and I'm stuck with it. Lyricist Tim Rice originally wanted the Bee Gees to compose music for the 1994 animated film The Lion King, but turned to Elton John when they couldn't do it because they were too busy.
So you're saying that instead of Elton John, they originally wanted the Bee Gees.
In 1994, so it'd be about 19. So what? Yeah, so we have to think
Okay.
about the Bee Gees in the 90s.
Okay, Holly, what is your story?
Okay, so all of mine are on Disneyland. So this one is all of the plants growing in Tomorrowland in Disneyland are edible.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've heard that one before.
All of the plants in Tomorrowland in Disneyland
All of them.
are edible.
Okay.
Fair
Okay,
enough.
so who's telling the truth? So I'm saying that only certain teacups go faster than others. You could tell which they are by the colors. Justin is saying that the Bee Gees were originally chosen for the Lion King over Elton John. But did the Bee Gees say no, or did Elton John say I'm doing it instead?
The Bee Gees said no. They were too busy.
Okay.
They had other commitments at the time.
Okay. And Holly is saying that all the plants in Disneyland and Tomorrowland are edible. So who is telling the truth? So everybody, don't put lie and truth fib,
Lie,
because
truth,
time
lie,
play
truth.
will bug everything up. So just say your name.
There's a bit of a delay in that, so you're going to have to say who you think is telling
Yeah,
the truth,
yeah.
who you think is lying.
So Jody is already, she's the first one in here to oops, sorry, go ahead, Justin.
Sorry.
So Jody thinks that both Justin and Holly, only one of them are, though. You have to pick one of them. So one of them, their stories isn't quite right. Everyone else is thinking still. There's a bit of
And
a
then we have to see who's on our page.
oh yeah.
So Jody says Justin.
Holly's not.
Justin is telling the truth. Okay.
Holly
Holly
is
is
not
a
telling
lying
you.
liar who lies.
Holly is for sure. Stan is a lie. Justin is true, and Holly is
Stan is a lie.
Stan is a lie.
It's actually an artificially created entity, kind of like Vision from WandaVision.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
he is a lie.
Jeff is saying Justin. Chris says, I think Stan Solo is not telling the truth. Okay, Grand Circle Tour podcast is Chris. She's one of
Oh,
We were right.
hijacked our
Hi,
thing.
Chris.
Who sits on the throne of lies? Chris says, now there are two typing using the GCT. Whoever the other one is, sign out, please.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear.
That sounds like Dan talking, saying there's now two. Hollywood is telling the truth, Steve says. Okay. Oh, we forgot to rehearse this because somebody came on in 2 seconds before we went live.
I know. I was saying that. I was
Who-
panicking like,
Hey,
oh no.
the person telling the truth, put your hand up. The person that is telling the truth, raise your hand.
Oh, this is how we're gonna know.
This is, okay, so who's the one that's telling the truth? Justin. Holly, you're telling the truth?
Yes.
Okay, Holly.
Okay, so Holly is telling the truth. Holly, so you're saying that all of the plants in Disneyland's Tomorrowland are edible.
Yes.
You know, and I can believe that. I mean, you never know how many kids are gonna like go grab like a leaf or a
Well, if you look around, like when you're waiting in line, you'll see that there's like cabbage growing, and I don't know, it's pretty crazy. So was Justin also telling the truth?
Yeah, because Holly, you're supposed to be telling the truth on round 2.
Nope,
No.
not by the message you sent me this
Right.
morning.
So
You-
Justin, you're hang on. I'm confused now. Justin,
Yeah.
is he telling the truth?
No. I am not telling the truth.
Justin is lying.
You told me
Here's the thing.
I'm round 1.
Here's the thing.
Can I screw this up anymore? Okay, so Justin, you're lying.
Stop for a second. So what I said is that lyricist Tim Rice originally wanted the Bee Gees to compose music for The Lion King. It's a little bit crazier than that. He actually wanted ABBA.
Oh.
He had worked with ABBA, the two of the people from ABBA on the Broadway musical Chess, and so he wanted them to create the music for Lion King. But like I said, they were too busy, so his next choice was Elton John, and that's how we got Elton John doing the music for The Lion King.
And we couldn't imagine it any other way, right?
The Bee Gees themselves, though, I mean, to be fair, they did write a lot of hit songs. They were very successful. They wrote a lot of music for other groups as well. So, I mean, it was wouldn't have necessarily been a bad choice any more than ABBA, but yeah, it was ABBA, not Bee Gees.
See, Jeff. So I predict Holly's telling the truth in round 2.
Okay, so hang on here. So Holly was telling the truth.
I'm good at this. This was Chris talking about Holly's. Oh, Mary says at one point they were all edible, but now it's only 80%.
Well, there's hardly any plants anymore in Tomorrowland. It's weird. It's all, I don't know. They're all pretty much gone.
Katie says we're all off the trails today.
Yeah.
I'm doing Lion King. Yeah. Oh, we already did that.
Okay. Okay. So what are you here? We're round
Now
2?
we're going to go into round 2.
Round 2.
Would you like to start, Stan?
Okay. Justin, take a look at the chat. Is there a chat?
Is there a
Where are
chat?
we here?
Yes,
There's a private
the
chat.
private chat.
There's a private chat.
We have to reconvene here.
Okay.
Maybe Mindy not showing up, Stan, messed you
Yeah.
up.
Okay, who's going first here? Holly, you go first.
Okay. Let me
Okay,
see.
everyone already resetting. Round 2. Hopefully this goes smoother. I was so confused in round 1.
So without Disneyland, there would be no Cheetos. Cheetos were actually created at the refreshment.
Okay, we lost you partway
You lost
through.
me there, Holly.
Ugh,
Can you say
figures.
that again?
Okay, so Cheetos were created at Disneyland at the refreshment corner in Disneyland. So the yummy, cheesy snack Cheetos were created in Disneyland.
Okay.
So Disneyland created Cheetos. Yeah, sure. Okay. Justin.
So
what do you
was it was like for one of like the snack carts or something, or I forget
No,
how-
the corner, the refreshment corner where you can get hot dogs and chili dogs.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. So here's mine. Now, in 1954, as part of the original Disneyland television show, Cinderella became the first of Disney's animated features to ever air on television.
Cinderella was the first animated feature to ever air on television.
Yep. Part of the Disneyland TV show.
I like how Stan's taking notes.
I gotta go.
Otherwise, he forgets where he's at. Yeah.
Okay, that's I don't know. Okay. Okay, so mine is there's a minor planet that is named after Disney. And no, it's not Pluto. It's not Pluto.
I was like Pluto.
No, it was discovered by a Soviet astronomer in 1980, and he named it after Disney. So, people in the chat,
So an astronomer named
Yeah.
a minor planet after Disney.
yes, in 1980. So, was Cinderella the first animated feature to ever air on television? Or did Disneyland invent Cheetos? Or is there a planet named after Disney?
Okay, so we've got Jeff says Holly is telling the truth.
Holly is telling the truth.
We've got Katie also saying Holly is telling the truth.
You're
Or was it Doritos? He says. Katie says that I am lying. Jeff says that Stan is lying.
And Katie says that Stan is telling the truth. Stan is a big fat liar. Holly is correct. How many
truths
should
should
there
there
be?
be?
There should only be one truth.
There should only be one truth amongst the three of us.
Yeah. Mary says
But we could mess that up though.
how many where were we here? Cinderella? I wanted to get this,
We're
this
all
comment.
lying. Okay.
What was this comment here? It's the Cinderella.
Sorry.
Cinderella aired on Planet Disney while I ate. Chris thinks we're all lying. Mary says, "Don't talk about Santa." now they're fighting. Cheetos, lie, Planet True. All right, we got to get a better way to announce. Okay, should we just?
Okay, so we're gonna. One of us is supposed to raise our hands. Is that what?
Okay, well, okay, Justin, are you telling the truth?
Once again, I am lying.
He's lying again. Holly,
That lying liar who lies.
Holly, are you telling the truth?
I am not.
Okay, what is
There was a great snack created at Disneyland, but it was Doritos, not Cheetos.
You're all crazy.
1954,
So
was
it turns out, yeah, I'm telling the truth. The planet is called 4017 Dizhenia, which is Disney in Russian.
Oh.
And it was discovered by a Russian astronomer in 1980, in January 1980. And they named the planet. It's actually part of an asteroid belt planet type thing. But yeah, there's a planet named Disney out there.
Cool.
well, Mary, I have to say, she says, 1954 is too
Yes.
soon. Cinderella came out in 1950. The actual one was Alice in Wonderland, which came out in 1951. So,
So that was it.
so it wasn't too soon for Cinderella.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Carolyn Brooks Wood, she knew it. She knew I was right. Jeff is saying cool fact about the planet. So people did. Most people got that one wrong. I think we fooled most of them.
No one thought Stan was telling the truth. He's a big
Yeah, no. It was really big into astronomy. And that's how she knew I was telling the truth.
Oh.
I want to go to that planet. I think it's a very cold planet. Okay, round three. Well, we're whipping through these pretty good. Justin, you're going to start off.
Okay, I'm starting this time. Okay. So here's my fact. While the Enchanted Storybook Castle in Shanghai Disneyland is the tallest of the castles, Walt Disney World has two attractions which are even taller: Expedition Everest and the Tower of Terror.
Can you see that again?
Okay, while the Enchanted Storybook Castle in Shanghai Disneyland is the tallest of the Disney castles, Walt Disney World has 2 attractions which are actually taller: Expedition Everest and Tower of Terror.
So you're saying Expedition Everest and Tower of Terror is taller than the Shanghai
Are
Castle.
both taller than the Shanghai
Castle.
Disneyland.
Okay. Holly,
Okay.
what type of malarkey you going to tell us?
At the Disneyland train station, there's a graph office,
The
and
telegraph-
there is a secret message being played in Morse code. And that message is, I hope that we never lose sight of one thing, that it all was started by a mouse.
So
That's
You're saying there is Morse code, like in the background noise.
Yes, across the tracks, there's a little telegraph office, and there's Morse code that's constantly being played.
Played, sure.
Mhm.
Okay.
and it's
And that's the message. If you decode it, that's being played.
it all started by a mouse.
Yes.
Can't lose sight of one thing, that it all started with a. And this is at Tomorrowland or
Disney.
Disneyland, but Main Street or which station?
Yes.
Main Street Station. Okay.
Main Street Station, yes.
All right. Okay, so mine is kind of going with Justin Cinderella one from last time. That
Okay.
Disney held the patent for Technicolor for 10 years, making him the only animator allowed to make color animated films. For 10 years, Disney company was the only company that could make animated color films. He owned the rights to Technicolor.
Now I know this one, and I'm going to have to keep my mouth shut here.
So, who is telling the truth? Is Justin telling the truth that Walt Disney World has 2 attractions taller than the tallest castle in the world? Or is Holly telling the truth that the Morse code, and it all started by a mouse, is being played in Morse code at the Main Street train station in Disneyland? Or am I telling the truth that Disney owned the Technicolor rights for 10 years, making that he is the only one telling the truth? I'm reading the he's the only one that's watched animated color for 10 years. No other company can make animated feature film, which gave Disney a huge advantage,
Truth.
by the way.
Um,
It gave them in the animated industry, no one could touch them for 10 years because of that.
Holly looks like she's telling the truth. She always looks like that. Oh. Justin is telling the truth. Holly is lying, and Stan is telling the truth. Okay, only one of us are telling the truth.
Only one of us telling the truth.
Holly says Justin is telling the truth.
This
Johnny
is a
says
difficult
it's a
one.
difficult one.
It really is.
Steve says Justin is telling the truth.
Chris says
Podcast says Justin is telling the truth. What Holly said is partially true. You know, it's all true from a certain point of view. I'm guessing Holly, she is part right at least. Sans time length was not right, Mary says. Technicolor was owned, but I think less than 10 years.
People are really thinking about
I
this.
think Holly is telling the truth.
Okay, so a lot of people are saying Holly. Walt Disney World Castle is 198 feet.
True.
So how?
We're talking
Yeah,
about
we're going to be talking Walt
Shanghai.
Disney Castle. We're talking Shanghai Castle and the 2 attractions.
Shanghai is
Shanghai.
190 feet, she says.
Yeah. Okay, so Holly, are you telling the truth?
Mary's correct. I'm partially telling the truth, which as I'm listening back to this, it kind of sounds absurd that there's Morse code being played, but there is Morse code being played at the train station. But the message I said was incorrect. It actually is like the first 3 lines of his of Walt's opening day speech.
So it's like, to all who come to this happy.
Yeah. So let's see. I wrote it down. Yeah. To all who come to Disneyland, welcome. Here.
Here,
Oh my gosh, I can't read my writing. Yeah, but it's the first 3 sentences, and we should have that memorized, right? But now I'm on the spot, so
Mary, stop Googling the answers. Power is 200. I'm partially telling the truth as well. Disney did own the rights to Technicolor, but it wasn't for 10 years. It was only 2 years. So I stretched the
So
truth.
we're just telling white lies.
I was
Technically
lying.
speaking, Technicolor was a more advanced color technique. So other companies could still create color cartoons, but not with the same amount of vibrant colors. They had a 2-color process as opposed to Technicolor, which was like a 3-color process. So they actually get a wider range of color, which is why Disney films from that era look so much better.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I've looked into this. I'm kind of so. As for mine, yes, Shanghai's castle is 60 meters tall. Whereas Tower of Terror is 60.7 meters, or about 199.15 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Expedition Everest is slightly taller than that at 60.9 meters, or 199.8 feet. So both of them are taller than the tallest castle.
Wow.
All of them are below 200 feet because FAA regulations says that if you hit 200, you have to put flashing red lights on top.
And that wouldn't look nice.
Yeah. So there you have it. So
narrow range there.
Justin was telling the truth in round 3. So that one was actually a pretty easy round because Holly told the truth once, I told the truth once, and Justin told the truth once. Now here's round 4, which is going to be the tricky round. This is the final round. We're like way ahead of time here, so we could drag this out. we can finish early. So this is going to be the tricky one because now one of us is going to be telling the truth and the other two are going to be lying, but you can't really figure it out by, well, the other two were already right once, so.
I don't know that anybody was thinking that, though.
I don't think anybody was thinking that either. That's how I would think about it. Okay, so Holly, what is your fourth?
Okay.
Because I'm the only one telling the
It
truth.
is your fact that may or may not be true.
So prior to being closed for the pandemic, Disneyland has only closed unexpectedly one time for the entire day. So there are times that they've had to close for inclement weather or something, but not for the entire day and not unexpectedly.
I see.
So you're saying that Disneyland only closed for an entire day once before the pandemic?
Unexpectedly.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Sure.
now we're looking at 400 and something days now, but prior to this.
You know, I saw something once that recently that Galaxy's Edge in Disneyland has now been closed for longer than it was open.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
That is a sad fact out there.
Right?
But that is not my fact.
Okay, Justin.
All right, so here's mine. Now
what is your half truth?
Okay.
Your white lie.
So here's mine. Well, we don't necessarily think of Beauty and the Beast as being particularly scary, but the 1946 live-action French version of the film, directed by Jean Cocteau, directly inspired some of the visual design elements for the Haunted Mansion.
Okay, say that again. Beauty and the Beast was inspired by the Haunted Mansion?
Basically.
The other way around, Stan.
Yeah.
The 1946 live-action French version of Beauty and the Beast, directed by Jean Cocteau, directly inspired some of the visual design elements for the Haunted Mansion.
Okay. So Beauty and the Beast live-action film inspired some of the visual elements in the Haunted Mansion.
Yes.
Sure. I believe that. Okay. I'm going to stick with Disney movies. And this is a movie I think everybody here has seen. We're all familiar with Pinocchio.
I've heard of that film.
The animated classic Pinocchio. I'm not going to the 1946 remake live action spectacular. The Walt Disney classic animation Pinocchio.
Well, I will point out that Pinocchio is from 1940, so you're actually going earlier in time than.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Whoops.
So in the 1940 color version of Pinocchio, we all know Geppetto was a woodworker, and there's a lot of hidden things in every Disney movie, including Pinocchio. In fact, on the shelf in the background, you could see that there is a wooden doll of Mickey Mouse on his workbench. So let everybody ponder it and decide that Stan is telling the truth. And so Holly is saying that Disneyland was only closed once before for a single day unexpectedly. Justin is saying that Beauty and the Beast live action inspired portions of the Haunted Mansion attraction. And I'm telling the truth by telling you guys that there was a Mickey Mouse doll in the background in Pinocchio. Stan is lying.
He does that.
Catherine Cole is voting for me. All right. Mary's saying there is a hidden Mickey in Pinocchio. Yeah, and it's a little wooden doll on the shelf. Chris Crawford thinks that Justin is telling the truth. Justin's story seems right. Jody's voting for Stan. So Catherine is saying she voted for me, but she seems to think that Justin's is right. Notice Jeff Monotero, I could say that, but Stan lies, but you can't. Steve says he didn't see the Mickey on the work. Disney Hollywood Disneyland is closed for more than one day on 9/11. So I'm saying that Justin is telling the truth. Mary is saying a chair is a hidden Mickey, not a doll.
I didn't know that.
So Holly, are you telling the truth?
No, and everybody knows that. Of course, we have 9/11. We had the 1994 Northridge earthquake, National Day of Mourning for JFK assassination, and then obviously we have now. And I know that Dan had talked about another time that they closed for. There was going to be like some rioting, but when I tried to look that information up, I couldn't find it again. So I still was only finding 3 times that were unexpected, because they had closures where they had to plan things and
Michael
besides
Jackson park for the entire day.
Right, yeah, so unexpectedly.
For mine, this one here is the truth. There is a hidden Mickey, but it's a wooden chair that looks like a hidden Mickey around with the 2 ears. So Mary was actually 100% correct with this. There was no wooden doll in the
You
back.
mean Google?
Yeah, Google was actually 100% correct. Justin.
So seriously, the 1946 La Belle Nabette, directed by Jean Cocteau, is the 1946 live-action version of Beauty and the Beast. And Beast's castle includes various elements that now show up in the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
Including things like the hands holding candles and such for sconces and things like that. So there are a number of elements from that castle that made its way into the Haunted Mansion.
Cool.
Very cool. Very cool indeed. Walt Disney has been closed 7 times in 50 years. There we go. Mary says she's doing payroll. She's not playing Google. So what do you guys think? Did you like this game? Is this something, if we got better organized, you'd like to see us play again?
You know,
let us know in the chat.
There's another version of this that we could consider as well. If you look up, there's a show called Actually. You can find it on YouTube. But it's a full show elsewhere where you do more like 3 or 4 sentences, that are mostly true, but one detail is wrong. And so everyone
Right.
guess which part is false.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that would be another way of doing something similar.
Hmm. Well, honestly, our chat is so smart and so bright. That's what they were doing anyways. They were calling us out. as
Right.
we were
On
saying.
On the one detail. Yeah. Because like mine was, I changed it from Doritos to Cheetos, which was true.
Yeah.
But I was like, maybe I'll trick somebody because they kind of sound similar.
And Chris says, I think Mary is lying and I'm telling the truth.
look at the message. We have
One,
to.
two, I'm male, and three, I'm Holly's favorite co-host. This must be Dan. And number, well, they're all like, well, I'm not sure.
They're all lies.
Oh, well, no, I think I'm Holly's favorite co-host is true. That has to be the truth because that everyone is Holly's favorite co-host.
That is the truth. There you go.
Yeah.
We don't know about the other two statements.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. So today on the Grand Cycle Tour podcast, we came out with the special announcement of our tour, of our sponsors, and they were. We went over a lot of things that people might not know sponsors can do. They're like
Agents.
agent, yeah.
Sponsors.
You guys help me out here.
Oh gosh, these ears are brutal.
So we went over a lot of things that travel agents do for you that you might not know. And I learned stuff on this show as well. Like I did not know that they can book a good neighbor hotel for you at either Disney World or Disneyland or anything like that. They can help you with your Lonnie trips. If you're a DVC member and all you need is tickets, they can help you with the tickets. They can help you with your dining. They can help you with all these different things. Doesn't have to be a package. It could just be parts of it. Of course, they could do packages as well.
And it can also be non-Disney.
Yes, Universal or.
Yeah. So I actually just booked a cruise with them, a Carnival cruise. So it can be not completely non-Disney as well.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. So look them up, dreamcreatorstravel.com. There's a tab for Grand Cycle Tour. You click on that tab, you book your vacation with them, and when you go on your vacation, you get a $25 gift card just for booking with them. So plus it's no fee service. You're not paying them. Disney's paying them.
Right. And I know that Dan had mentioned too, and like the whole time sometimes are insane for Disney, especially when there's a special that has come out or something. So they'll do the legwork for you. So they'll sit on hold for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and you don't have to. And I know that sounds mean, but I mean, so that's another really great reason to use them and abuse them. No, not really. But yeah, I mean, Dan was on hold. He said like 2 hours on Sunday, and they'll do all that for you, and they don't charge you. So
yeah. So it's if you're helping us out, it's a win-win for everybody. You're helping yourself out because you don't have to get up at 4:00 in the morning to book your dining. They do it for you. And
speaking of, Jennifer just joined the chat.
Yes, that's one of our. Hello, Jennifer. If you had a travel agent when the pandemic hit, you were so lucky. Those poor people.
Oh my gosh, that horrible.
Yeah. So that's pretty much our show for today. Next week we have.
I know the one day we can actually go over. We have nothing else to.
We guys got something else we could talk about. We could talk about Jungle Cruise and the remodel. What do you think about that?
I think it's going to be good.
I have every faith in Disney to make that into a fun and engaging experience. I think this would be a great opportunity for them to possibly bring in some things like the SCA and tie in things with like the Skipper Canteen a bit more and just kind of bring those themes together I think it'll be a lot of fun. And honestly, this whole storyline that we have been sort of saddled with since the beginning of colonialism and these native savages
Right.
probably needed to go long before now. So I can't get too upset with them for trying to.
And all they're doing is bringing in the storyline more into it, like involving the skippers into it. So that's good.
Well, I like that idea as well, because that's something the skippers themselves have been doing all along. I mean, right down to the joke of, it's like, hey, at least they got my Jeep to turn over when we passed by the camp,
right,
and things like that. So it was always trying to have the skippers be a part of that story. So to make that a little more official, I think really helps that out a lot. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be great.
Yeah,
I think so too.
I know that that Michael here is kind of joking around here, Holly, but were they doing the vaccines in the parking lot when you were there?
Yeah, so they still are, but it's a completely other parking lot. It's a Toy Story parking lot, and so it's completely separate from like the downtown Disney area. But yeah, and it's not cute. It's just tense, and you just drive over there. I know it sounds like Mickey Mouse is going to be giving you the injection, but no, it's just
little Bo Peep or in the Toy Story parking lot.
Yeah, exactly. Which they should. Yeah. At least give you a Mickey Mouse sticker.
And that's who should be running everything.
Oh my gosh, that would be so funny. So George was running the page. Yeah. So why didn't he hop on, or is he working?
I think he's at work. He's using the Grand School Tour podcast page. He doesn't get caught because he can't use his own on Facebook.
Right.
I like the idea. I just wanted to stop announcing new things and finish. Good point. Yes, that would be nice.
We do have
the walls up at Epcot. The memory walls, whatever. What do they call them? They look cool. I think they're better than those monoliths than they had before.
Yeah. I know. It's so funny. Yeah, they should make it a little bit more fun. That's true. Gosh, that would be so funny.
George, so funny. I feel like they have ADHD right now. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's like, we're gonna do this. Ooh,
right.
We want to do that now. Ooh, hang on, we're going over here.
Or sometimes I feel like they shouldn't announce it. Just do it and surprise us. Like, and I know that they want to announce it, to have it in the news and stuff, but sometimes it'd be kind of cool just to one day it's closed for refurbishment and then you go on it and it's completely different. I think that'd be pretty cool too.
Those crystal.
Yeah.
Like that though. They were closing it down to fix some of the barriers, and they opened it back up and went, oh, by the way, there's some new screens and things.
Yeah, but like that, I like that better. And then you don't have all the people that are negative about it. It's just done. It's already done. You can't protest it. You can't be upset about it.
My friends got their vaccines last week by Donald Duck. They got no ears, but they're now quacking. Gary's saying they want the free press. Well,
I know.
You kind of have to wonder too if when they make these announcements, are they gauging how irate people are going to be and how they're that's kind of cool. So they know how much they can change it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Like they put
maybe
those big crystal things at Epcot.
The pylons? Is that what they're calling them? Yeah.
Like they just appeared one morning.
Mm-hmm.
And the workers tweeted it, and that's how it got out. That was great.
Right.
With the announcement that this was coming and whatnot.
So on Jeff's show, what are we? Yeah, last night, his never-ending show, he was talking about Ratatouille.
I think he was still doing it while he was chatting with us.
Oh, probably. That's why he had to stop talking. He was talking about Ratatouille and how the one cast member said she doesn't know when it's going to open, and basically at any moment they can say open the doors. So I thought that was pretty cool, that basically she was kind of hinting it's ready to go. We're just waiting for the announcement. So Justin, we have a we have a chance of
There's a
in a
chance.
couple weeks.
But they extended the closure of People Mover until after we get back.
I've given up on the People Mover. I have hope for Ratatouille, but I've given up on the People Mover. I will never ride that in my life. I've come to terms with that.
Mary says she heard summer for Ratatouille.
Mary, stop talking to me.
You just have to book another trip, Holly. You might as well get an annual pass at this point.
I've thought about that.
I think
Chris is still watching. He's cringing right now.
I think they have annual passes for Walt Disney World, like new ones you can get.
They don't.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw somebody though got one. They're from California and they were visiting. I saw him on Instagram and I wanted to message him and say, do you know somebody or how did you make that happen? I don't know. Unless I have no idea, but maybe I should ask him.
Yeah. So Katie says when it opens, she'll go live for you. Yeah, absolutely, Katie. You can go on the
Please.
page.
Well, actually, I don't know. Yeah, do it, but I don't know that I'm going to watch because I want it to be a surprise.
Yeah, it'll be 10 years before I can go, so I might as well watch it already.
There you go.
Dan will be there in June, so hopefully by then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mary just Googled Oh boy!
Did you see? Chris just sent Mary the little sipper, the bee sipper. So that was cute. I don't know if you saw her post. That was nice. Super cute. There was one. I was just looking at my list here of the truth and the lies, and I'm gonna say it real quick. So I had no idea, and I mean it makes sense, but there's been actually 4 babies that have been born inside Disneyland. Isn't that crazy?
I'm kind of surprised it's only 4.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's right in the middle of the city. I mean, you can get out of Disneyland pretty quickly if you need to. So
Disney fans are nuts. They want to have their.
I know it, but I didn't see any more information. Like, I wonder if they do anything for them. Do they get a special birth certificate or like?
There was a rumor before that they would get a lifetime pass if they were born at Disneyland, and it's not true. But or maybe the very first one did get it, and that's why a couple more tried it after that.
Oh yeah, I would have for sure been there.
Like they want. I want that. You know what? When the kid was born, Disney charged them. As soon as
yeah,
you have to pay for your admission.
Yeah, parking and admission.
If you want to jump out of a 90-minute line, yeah, there you go.
Oh, it's so funny. But yeah, one of them, it says they were born on a bench right at the entrance. So maybe they were trying to leave. I don't know. It's kind of funny.
Or they just got in.
Yeah. They're like, we waited a long time to park. We're not leaving now.
Did you see that episode of The Simpsons where they were at a theme park and they were riding an attraction that was similar to Soaring, where they take the ride and they're showing the whole ride and they end up coming back into the park just like at Disney World Disneyland where you come back into the park.
Uh-huh.
So they get off the attraction. There's a guy who goes, "Hey, you owe me $100." Homer goes, "What for?" He says, "You left the park and came back in. You have to pay me $100."
That's funny. What did you send us, Mary? What's that YouTube link? Oh gosh.
Holly, would you just give your answer? Wait, your answer for a future?
Oh no, there's plenty more, but I thought that one was pretty funny.
I wonder how many have been conceived in the park.
I don't know. Ask George.
They should at least get some free Mickey ears.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
What Dan saying we'll get our money's worth?
What?
I'm not understanding that one. That I do not want to know. How many were conceived?
Yeah.
in the park.
Oh, okay. Chris's YouTube.
Okay. Okay, we'll have to check that out for sure. Alrighty. Well, we're past our time. Panda, you can. Too bad you're not having a show. That's insane. Nothing coming up on the solo show other than the 50th that just happened. It was an off week anyways this week. So, and plus we're waiting to hear from Ken.
I know.
So the show's on hold.
Well, I hope he does well. I hope he gets better.
Panda's a slacker.
Are you going to be doing a trip report with Justin this time?
Well, Justin, you've been on what, twice already?
Oh, there's a limit. I didn't know. Okay, so I'm at my limit then too. So I've been on twice.
Twice, I'm not sure.
He needs new blood.
Yeah. Anyways, everyone.
Yeah, between
have
this
a
show
good
and
week.
Dan's show, I don't even remember now.
Yeah. Well, you've been at UK, so you're on Star Wars, the 50th. Did we do a trip report?
My first time on, we did a trip report.
I remember a while ago. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you did the Star Wars Christmas
Oh yeah, the
holiday special.
Yeah, we did that.
Justin's been on 3 times. Nice. So, anyways, have a great week, everybody.
Thanks for joining us. Bye.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining.